and welcome to the Book Chronicles. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Melanie.
And what are we doing today, Melanie?
We're going to go to the library, and I think we're going to go to Starbucks or Barnes & Noble, and we're going to return this library book, which was a labyrinth retelling. Sorry, my finger's in the way. We're going to return this book, which is a labyrinth retelling, and I'm going to read a graphic novel, the second graphic novel of my brother's husband, for Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. So I'm excited about that graphic novel. If you want to check out any Asian readathon suggestions, you can go to Read with Cindy or go to This Story Ain't Over. They have some great suggestions for Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And we'll catch you on the flip side.
Orange vitamin C booster.
We decided to go to Jamba Juice today. I got me a waffle and I got me an amazing green smoothie coming. Yeah, we went to Jamba Juice. It was really cool. Got me a kale drink with peaches and pumpkin seeds. It's really good. I have a mango allergy, so I couldn't get anything else. So we are at Barnes & Noble, and we're just looking around at some books. I got some really good books here. King of Scars, Wonder Woman. I haven't heard good things about Poet X. The lady that wrote, Elizabeth Acevedo, that wrote Fly on High. She wrote the Poet X. So I really like that book. So I bet I'd like the Poet X. I haven't read it though yet. I don't know though. They have the box set of All the Girls I Loved Before, the Laura Jean series, on paperback. Nice. And the movie Netflix adaptation of it. I don't know what I'm looking for, but when I find it, I'll let you know. Arch Enemies had that book. I need to read it. I bet it's really good. I like the first in the series. A lot of good fantasy. Anger is a Gift. I want to read that book. I read Rain and Delia's Midnight Matinee, and I had to return it. I didn't really like that book. Not what I thought it would be. I mean, it was cute, but it was a cute book, but it just wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It's a Rainbow Row books. I can't wait for Wayward Son to come out. Fangirl, Carry On. Very Large Expanse of Sea. I read this book. Very good. It's a horror moth contemporary book. I really enjoyed that book. Monday's Not Coming. I read that book. It's about a girl. Her name is Monday Charles, and she's missing. She's an African-American girl, and nobody seems to know what's happened. I talked about that in my coffee talk. I talked about that book in my coffee talk that we did last video. Okay. That'll be really sad. I don't know if I would have picked that up or not. That'll be a really sad book, I'm afraid. And of course you got Love, Simon, Beyond Albee. book was a really good summer book. LGBTQIA plus summer read. I really enjoyed that. And We Are Okay. Shannon read that and she really liked it, so I need to check that book out and see what I think. Oh, I've been wanting this book. It's also by Tiffany D. Johnson. I love Monday's Not Coming. She has that new book out. So I may pick that up soon. I don't know. And you have Christina Riccio's book, Again But Better. And The Hunt for the Flame is part of the YA book club. And the whole Stephen King section. It. Sleeping Beauties. Shannon would have a fit over here. Pet Cemetery. Oh man, they're making that into a movie. I want to see that so bad. With the cozy mystery section, I love the Coffee Shop Mysteries by Cleo Coyle. It's a writing duo team. I want to collect all of the coffee house mystery books, so I really like those. And Jo and Fluke, I love her series. Her first book in the series, Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder, and in her other books in the series. So those are my favorite. I'm gonna read My Brother's Husband by Kagura Tagami. What are you reading, Shannon?
Finale.
Finale? Jamba Juice. And I'm gonna read my graphic novel. I hope you have enjoyed our little trip through Barnes & Noble, showing you the books and everything. We went to Ulta Beauty, and
I found some shimmering.
it's a champagne color, and I don't know if you can tell from the swatch that I swatched on my arm, but it's really shimmery. That's Shannon's though. I'm gonna get me some later. But we went to Ulta Beauty.
I look at my eyes today.
And we got some of that as well. So we're going to head home, and then we'll probably pick up a friend and just have the weekend to ourselves.
Got Liko's, the makeup I ordered from Liko in the mail.
And what is the beauty product called?
It's called Unilove. Unilove? Well, that's a Q.
Unique.
Unique, yes. What I like about this is it does go to, oh, look at the packaging.
Oh, I love the purple. Look at that.
It goes to, it does go to sexual abuse victims, like, I think the proceeds. But I got a liquid foundation and a face primer. And just look at the packaging. I got the color Scarlet. That's what she matched me to. Look at that. Look at the packaging. And this is the face primer. Touch Glorious. It's just a primer for your face before you put in. But that's what I got. That's all I needed so far right now. But I'm excited to use these.
Thank you, Liko.
Thank you, Liko.
If you want to buy any...
Yes, please order from her if you want to get this. It goes to a very, very good cause. Yes. Melanie's going to do an unboxing in the car. She got a book in the mail. Let's see what she got.
Noble, because they didn't have this book. And I wanted this book really badly. And they didn't have it in the store.
Woohoo!
And
What you get, girl?
Pages and Pens were talking about it. And it's called Girl in 6E. It is full of, it does have intimate times. It's about this young girl who is, she is kind of, I don't know how to describe her. She has psychotic tendencies. She's a psychopath.
You're making me want to read it.
And to prevent her from killing other people, she locks herself in her house, and she takes a job as an online internet person to make money. And she pays like a year in advance for her apartment and all that stuff. So, but yeah.
She'll go into more detail when we do a coffee talk.
But she does decide, because something happens, that she's going to leave the house. So.
Stay tuned. Okay, so I just did a swatch of it, and look how sheer that goes on. It's perfect. I got the, this is what it looks like, and it's in scarlet.
And Liko was able to match her.
She matched me perfectly.
And she said it's smooth and silky.
Yes, it's very sheer and silky and smooth. I love it. I'm already in love with this foundation. So.
And it's amazing because she doesn't live nearby us, but she's able to perfectly blend the foundation for Shannon.
Match.
Yeah, perfectly match it to her skin tone. I mean, it is flawless.
I think so. Hi, and welcome to the Book Chronicles. I'm Shannon.
And I'm Melanie.
And this is a
Coffee Talk.
Coffee Talk, where we're going to go over what we've finished, what we've been reading, what we're currently reading, and anything else we want to talk about, right?
Yes.
I'll let Mel go first, and then I'll get into what I've read and am reading.
The first book I want to talk about is With Fire on High. We'll put the picture right here.
I'll put the picture right here.
With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo. Imani Santiago has a 2-year-old daughter. She became pregnant whenever a freshman in high school. So she has a 2-year-old daughter, and she has dreams of becoming a culinary artist. So she's struggling with the reality of having a child and whether or not she can chase the dream of being a culinary artist someday. There is an elective that finally comes up at her school to be a culinary artist, and she has to decide whether she will or will not take it. And there's just a lot of drama going on with that, as far as, can I do this? There's a trip to Spain involved too that the class has to pay for. Could I pay for it if I took the selective class? I have a child to take care of. My grandmother, is sick and on welfare, and trying to take care of both of us, and I can't have that. I have to make money. So she's struggling with all these things that she has to do in her life. It's a very, very good read. I won't spoil the book or go into any more detail. I probably told you too much right now. But it is an amazing book. I haven't had the chance to read The Poet X by Elizabeth Acevedo, but that was an amazing book as well. I've heard. So I want to check that book out. We have that book on our shelf. So
I actually have the E-Arc of A Poet X, and I don't know why I have it. Well, I started reading some of it. But yeah, I'd like to get a physical copy of that someday, because I heard it's really good and empowering.
And then, of course, I read the book that everybody's talking about this summer because it's becoming a movie. And that is The Sun Is Also a Star by Liko Loves.
I'll put the book right here. She has the movie tie-in edition.
Yeah, but I'll put when you put the picture up, it's like it shows the words backwards. So you can't tell. So we do have the book. It's just
which I'm going to put right here so you can see the words like correctly, I guess, and read it.
Natasha's family is originally from Jamaica, but Natasha's lived there most of her life.
And don't they meet on a plane?
In America, no. They meet in New York.
I was thinking they met on a plane.
No, they met in New York when she's trying to...
But one of them has to go back,
Natasha.
Right? Mm-hmm.
Well, they may or may not. She's trying to fight for citizenship to become American citizens so that they don't have to go to Jamaica. And this whole time she's meet this guy, Daniel, who's her love interest, who falls in love. Insta love is kind of sweet, but
kind of like a contemporary love story.
Yeah, kind of not really insta lovey, but kind of insta lovey because it happened in one day that he's smitten with her.
And she's the one that wrote Everything, which I found was a really beautiful story too.
Elizabeth Acevedo and Liko Loves are both part of the Asian Pacific Islander Heritage Month.
Oh yeah, give it up for Asian Pacific Islander.
So that's when
Islander. I said Highlander. I am so sorry, Islander.
Islander? Honey. So that book was amazing. I hope you have a chance to read the book and go see the movie. Of course, the book is always better than the movie.
I'll probably read the book here shortly. And her next one is, and I'll put it here.
Next book is the second book in a cozy mystery series. It is called Dim Sum of All Fears by Vivian Chien. This book follows Lana Lee, who works at her parents' Asian restaurant called the Holy Noodle House. And she gets involved in trying to find out what is happening with one of her friends that just moved into a building. Her and her husband were murdered. So she has to figure out why. Because they work in Asia Village, and everybody loves everybody in Asia Village, and they know everybody there. And her dear friend that she just met and was becoming real good friends with, she got to meet her, and she became BFFs with her. Well, one of her BFFs.
And again, I'll put the picture here. But I know the words are backwards, but just look at that cover, guys.
It's just so sweet.
Look at the sushi rolls. I mean, come on, guys. And look and you know what I like about cozies? Is they always find a way to put, like, you know, there's always seems to be a skull. Like, incorporate a skull or something. But cozy mysteries, I mean, I know they, often get a bad rep sometimes. Like, they say, oh, well, cozy mysteries are for,
older white women.
Not really. I mean, they're so cool.
Actually, my nieces would enjoy these because they're sleuths. They're kind of like the Sherlock Holmes.
And they're actually pretty good to get you out of a reading slump. What do you think?
I think so too, because they're actually
they fly. I mean, they're just short little, and I know they look like mass market. Well, would you consider them mass market?
No, they're not mass market, but they are small in size and they're not expensive.
Oh yeah, so, $6, $7?
If you're on a budget.
Yeah, if you're on a budget, you want some good books to read. Go into the cozy section. I mean, they're so cute because of the titles. Like, I have Live and Let Shy. Just the titles are kind of like, what would you call that?
They're sweet and just.
But what is the there's a specific
cozy?
word but there's a specific word I'm looking for. Like, it's a play on
words?
Yeah, is that what I'm trying to say?
Specific word you're looking for.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, words are hard today.
Oh, it is early in the morning for us on a Sunday morning.
I know, and why the heck are we filming this early? Well, no, I'm wide awake. I slept all day yesterday.
I'm wide awake.
Yeah, Katy Perry. I'm wide awake.
But I did enjoy that book. And I love a lot of cozy mysteries. I read the first in the Noodle Shop mystery series.
And I'm still working on the Seaside Cafe mysteries. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of slow.
I want to do that coloring vlog, too.
I know. I will do a coloring vlog of Color Me Murder.
Yeah. That would be.
But this next book she is about to go over I'm very intrigued by it. And I'm going to be reading it.
This book.
For sure.
Was amazing. The character... Okay, it's called The Girl in 6E.
I'll put the cover right here.
And it is by A.R. Torre, T-O-R-E. So A.R. Torre.
And get ready, guys, because I'm sure this book, to me, at least from what she's been telling me, sounds like a complete mind trip.
Yeah, now this is an adult thriller. Keep that in mind. It's
not adult. This is not for the kiddos. It's not YA. So
this book is The Girl in 16A by A.R. Torre.
And can I just say, I'm really excited that she's expanding, her genre. Like, it's like when she started getting into like YA contemporary. Now she's getting into cozies. Now she's even touching on adult. So I'm just like, and I got her into reading, so I'm like, yay, she's expanding. She's not.
And I'm loving it. I really am, because I've learned so much since I've met you about how I can enjoy
when she
reading.
first started, it was just YA contempt.
Well, I know when you first met me over 10 years ago.
She didn't read it all, and you mentioned a book, and she'd be like, eh.
I can't do that.
That's exactly what she did.
I couldn't do it.
I'm not joking. That's exactly what she did. Now she's like, this girl goes through more books a month now than I do.
Well, I felt like I wasn't smart enough to read them either, which is, I did.
Yeah.
The Girl in 6E is a psychological thriller. There's not that much blood and guts. So, this was suggested by Julie from Pages and Pens. She's a great channel. Go check her YouTube channel out.
She does the drunk live show with
Chelsea Doling Reed.
Yeah.
But Julie suggested this book because she says she's kind of a baby when it comes to scary books. But this is a thriller. It's an adult contemporary, I would say contemporary thriller, but it's an adult thriller. It's about this young girl. She experiences trauma in her life, which causes her to have psychosis. So she...
That's already getting chilled.
She has this... She is concerned because she has these issues, psychological issues.
Is this another baby teeth?
No. She's an adult.
Or is it baby teeth 2.0?
No. It's not even a baby teeth because she's an adult woman. She's scared to go out of the house because she doesn't want to kill anybody. She doesn't leave the apartment. She never lets anyone in her apartment. She doesn't want to kill anybody because if she lets somebody in her apartment, she has this urge to kill them. She is a clinical term of a psychopath. So
I want to read it now.
She's really scared of this. So, but there is an event that happens which pisses her off so bad because she has a job that she can do in her house, so she doesn't have to leave. And there are some sexy times in this book, so because of the job she does. So I'm just gonna tell you that right now. She pays off her rent in 1 year's rent with this job, and there are some sexy times. So if you don't like books with a lot of sexy times, you may not like this book. However, it is a good book. She does leave the house though because she gets pissed off because she finds out something happens to trigger that one of her clients is doing something they shouldn't. So she leaves the house wanting to kill this person. There is also a trigger for pedophilia in here, so keep that in mind. I don't want to spoil the book, but just read the book. You will love it. If you don't mind the intimate moments and all that, you will definitely love this book, Girl in 6E. So that's all the books that I have read. I'm continuing to read My Brother's Husband.
And I will go over what I've read. Starting with, and I'll just put the books here. Superman, which was the Butterfly Book Club book of the month, chosen by Melissa Reed. We did have the live show that was scheduled yesterday, but we're rescheduling it. That'll be re-announced. Not sure when, but
we'll keep you posted.
We'll keep you posted when that'll be. But we will definitely, as soon as everybody's ready, we will definitely do the live show for that. And now that we're going into June shortly, it's Liko's month, and we'll be prepared to read Princess and the Fangirl,
which is the second
here.
book in the Once Upon a Con series. Emergencies happen, things happen, so and priorities come first, just like Shannon's health came first. There was an emergency situation that happened, and prayers are going out, so we're going to reschedule that live show.
Right, so I read Superman, and I Betty read this with Liko and Melissa. We read, I'll just put the picture here, because the words get turned around. But we finished the last book in the Caraval series, which is Finale. And oh my gosh, I can't, it's the third book and the final book, so I can't say a whole lot, but please pick it up. This series is amazing. And
Melissa, I finished. Oh my word! And that was all she had to say for Shannon to be like, oh, I'm so excited to talk to Melissa about this book. She said, oh my word!
Right.
So Melissa loved the book. We trust Melissa's opinion on, especially with fantasy books.
Yeah, you want a good recommendations on fantasy books? Definitely watch Melissa over at Melissa and Barnsie read. We both get into fantasy, and it's awesome. I read finished two mangas, and can we say it's about time? Because
I love mangas.
I finally finished Uzumaki I've been on a Junji Ito kick.
Junji Ito is
So I finished
awesome.
Uzumaki. I'll put that right here. It is all Japanese horror, so it's definitely, I don't suggest.
Anything on Acid Harp 2.0.
So anything Japanese horror, I definitely do not recommend for children.
Or if
absolutely,
you're not, if you're an adult.
absolutely, you know, under 17, no.
Or if you're not in the right headspace and you're an adult.
Right, but Uzumaki by Junji Ito.
There are blood and guts with this.
And I did finish another manga, which I've been on forever, but I'm glad I finished it. And it's, again, it's an adult, it's like a contemporary, but it does have triggers for suicide.
You finished book 1, right? Not book 2?
Book 1. I've finished the book 1. I have the 2 complete volumes, or sets, and I finished the first book. But again, trigger for suicide. And I finished Orange, and that is by Ichigo Takano? Ichigo, I'm not...
Ichigo Chikano.
I'll put the book right here, to picture of the book right here, too. But it is a contemporary. And it's about these group of friends. They help this new boy at school. They get letters from their future selves. Showing how to help him. And then as it progresses, they realize that they can't always go by the letter. They have to trust their instincts. It does leave on a cliffhanger to be continued, so you don't get... You want to... Because you're going to want to get the second one, because you're probably going to want to go right into the second book. I know I do. Here shortly. It's a really good book if you like manga. I always suggest any type of mangas for quick reads to get you out of a slump, that type of thing. So now let's move on to what I'm currently reading, which is, again, I'm on a manga kick, a Junji Ito, so I'm reading Shiver. Well, we'll just show the book too here. Shiver. I just want to show you the nice cover. And then I'll put the book right here. It's by, again, it's a Junji Ito book. And I just love, he's one of my favorite manga artists. I love his graphics, his art, his stories. They're just, I'll be reading him at night and I'll say, oh my gosh. She'll be like, oh goodness. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I really like him. She hasn't finished, well, you finished Frankenstein. But yeah, she usually likes to read him in the October.
I love my horror books and thrillers like that in October.
And then finally, what I'm starting today is Melissa is currently reading Kingsbane with a friend. And I thought, well, I need to get on that Furyborn train. It's the second book in the Furyborn series, but I haven't even read the first one yet. So I'm going to go ahead and get on that train, and I'm starting Furyborn today by Claire Legrand. See what I think about that. So I'm going to be reading that and then reading Shiver on the side. And so that's what I'm currently reading. I'm glad I finally got some books under my belt finished, and now I'm ready to move on. Oh, I'm still reading Game of Thrones. So I'm a little over halfway done with that book. I'll put it right here, Game of Thrones, but I'm still on that as well. A lot of medical issues have been going on, so I haven't really been reading as much as I would like to. I'm fixing to have surgery on the 13th of June to get a...
That's why we haven't uploaded, and when we do upload, it's a long vlog because we try
I've been in the ER like 3 times, in the hospital once, and... I'm going to have a surgery for an umbilical hernia. Basically, it's something that happened when I was still in utero, I guess is what you call it.
But she's had a lot of gastric issues as well and other issues, and she's just been in a lot of pain. And we've been trying to keep her spirits up and cheer up, and we appreciate.
I'm in good spirits, but really want to get our prayers out to Melissa.
We won't say why because it's not our business to say why, but she needs her prayers. There was an emergency that came.
I know she's mentioned on her channel too.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't want to talk about it though.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about
personal. But so, she's had an emergency, and she was the host for the live show. So
well, we were going to host it with her.
Yeah, but she was the main one to get on camera this month because it was her pick with us to discuss the book. Super.
But that's all I have.
I will be reading some LGBTQIA plus reads because it is getting into June, which is
well, you'll be reading also The Princess and the Fangirl, which is the Liko's.
And I read Superman Dawnbreaker, which we'll discuss in the live show.
She listened to the audiobook.
Yeah. So, but that's it.
That's what we have. Don't really. I mean, do have a little bit of vlogging. We'll put in. With
I put it before this video.
No, nothing exciting right now. I'm still looking keep an eye out for any upcoming authors. I don't really think there's anybody coming. Keep an eye out for anybody in particular that we want to go see. We usually try to go to signings since we're close to Parnassus Books.
Yeah, we love you guys.
But we love you guys. We're going to end it here. But I'm going to go read Furyborn.
And finish your coffee. It's Sunday.
Right. Sunday. Hope you guys have a good reading day. Peace, love, books, and coffee.
Coffee. And many blessings, guys.
Bye.
We love you.